scores, we hope, from them. Our attentions now turn to Kenya against Chile and the hosts in action once again this morning in Santiago. Well, there's a context here for Kenya that is really worth bearing in mind. Although they are through to the quarterfinals later today, that is booked no matter what. It becomes about which seeding they receive for that quarterfinals. Overnight, they were ranked in third position. Poland and Japan ahead of them. And if they can overhaul Japan and bag a top 2 seeding come this afternoon, they should have a much, much easier quarter-final draw. That said, in the context of a 3-day sevens event, you need to balance your squad and you need to give everyone game time as well. So, Philip Patatiet, the question to you is, what do you do if you're Kenya?
Yeah, it's an interesting one, this one. Like you say, you've always got to balance that squad. You can't go really heavy just to give yourself the best possible seed and then have a completely tired out first 7. So you will see some rotation in this, but it is going to be about ranking up as many points as possible. And against Chile, we've seen they have struggled a little bit in this tournament, so I think we're going to see Kenya being really ruthless. They've been a bit of a surprise entity. We always knew that they were there or thereabouts, but we weren't quite sure if they were the full connected package. But when they turned over China early doors, I think it got everyone's attention. And then following up with beating South Africa, although the caveat being we know South Africa wasn't able to bring their full strength squad to this tournament because they are splitting their players between the 7s and the 15s. But still, there are some decent South African players there. So yeah, look out for Kenya. This really could be their tournament.
Before Chile, they lost to South Africa 22-10. They then lost to China 36-0. But in that match against South Africa, they came back from 17 points to 0 down. Were really in the shout with sneaking a draw against South Africa. And there is, of course, a great spirit amongst this Chilean team. We are at the Estadio Santa Laura, normally a football pitch for Unión Española. That's the UE we see in the stands here. They've got an away match this weekend in the Chilean Premier Division, so we are here and it is all about the 7s. But that is not a particularly distinguished start from Kenya.
Frustrating. Really frustrating. The restarts are huge in the 7s game. It's an opportunity for you to regain possession or indeed put on some vital pressure and test out the attacking structure of your opposition. Just looked like she got under it way too much. Sort of curled back rather than moving forward.
The lucky thing for Kenya is their set piece is one of their strengths.
Crouch.
How is Chile's?
Bind. Set.
It is good. They come away with the ball. Nice switch through the middle. Kenya being taken on physically.
It's rack. Okay? It's rack.
Now Chile can play. Sizing up the defence goes Baeza. Now this is Araneda. Baeza again at scrum half for this first match. Joquera, one of their stand-up performers on day one. And there is the captain Badia. Knock on.
Advantage.
Now Kenya will stretch Chile here, will they? Oh. They started both their matches, both victories yesterday, in particularly fine form. That's what gave them the bedrock, and it is missing this morning.
Yeah, it is. Potentially, we were talking about this off air, there are some players on teams that will be looking at all the results at the end of day one. Points for, against, tries for, against, and then you'll have some players who are like, I just want to win tomorrow. I'm not really looking at it. And you know what? It's different mindsets, because as much as, yes, you have to put pressure on day 2, you don't want it to lean over into the flustering of players, nervousness, and little knock-ons like that.
Chile again with a solid enough scrum. It's a little show, but the go doesn't follow up as Kenya swallow up Daniela Rojas. Now Beatriz Araneda. Well worked, back into the centre field, and that's a nice step to challenge Kenya, but the ball goes to the ground. Kenya just can't break out of their half.
Oh, we talked about the potential home advantage, didn't we? And you can certainly hear the crowd cheering on anything positive that Chile are doing.
Okay. Crouch. Fine. Set. Stay.
Bayesa picks up and goes herself this time.
Right. Hand on the right. It's okay.
Oh, it's a bit of a tough call, I'd say there. I thought she had a really good body position, straight in over the ball, but it was deemed hands in the ruck.
Please. Now.
Giselle Castañeda. That is a decent touch finder.
Thank you, Precious.
So Chile, against one of the hot tickets on day one, Kenya,
Girls, with me.
have marched them backwards
No. Open the gap. Open.
over these first 3.5 minutes.
Kenya.
Yeah, it's just testament to the possession. Possession is key, and if we had the stats now, the time on the ball would be in Chile's favour.
It's not a strike, okay? Scrum. Okay. Scrum. Here, 15.
Well, Kenya will know that with the victory of Japan this morning and then racking up a fair number of points, they have a task to try and overhaul Japan and finish in the top 2 as the seeds for the quarterfinals, and
Fine.
the points that we might have expected to see already, given Kenya's good form yesterday, not coming. They're in a real fight here. Bakumu, the captain, runs her backline for the first time on day 2 in Santiago. Now the turnover, Chile swarming. They sense the opportunity here, the hosts.
It's Nakon and Nakon.
Yeah, really good urgency from them. They're certainly not getting intimidated by the Kenyans' performance from day one. Really good hustle, look. No second question there. Straight up on the player, forcing that knock on.
Ready? Crouch. Fine. Set.
Picked again from the scrum. It's getting stronger and stronger, and that line was strong from Ogaye.
Advantage.
Just about kept alive.
Outside.
Kenya's defence over-eager. Jorquera, the veteran in this Chilean team. She takes control now. Shoots it back to Ogaye.
No.
Well, Kenya could be in trouble here.
Release. It's the
Racking up the
second.
penalties, and they could be in trouble in more ways than one. The gap is there. Chile in once again. Giselle Castañeda with the score. And it's the old hands in this Chilean team who deliver the first blow against Kenya.
Well, that's sevens for you. Anything could happen. We certainly didn't predict this, but absolutely well deserved. Chile have had loads of possession. They've slowly pushed Kenya back, pouncing on any errors that they've made, and then just a lovely little quick tap. And some great footwork to boot as well. Straight in, look, she knows where to take it from, absolutely key. And in and out, left and right, between the two players. Great bit of footwork.
Vamos Chile. And they've certainly taken that to heart in this first half. 5 points to 0 they lead. 20 seconds on the clock, and closing out this first half now without a riposte from Kenya. Without even firing a shot from Kenya, in truth.
No, not at all. Kenya haven't really been in Chile's half. They've had so much pressure piled on them.
Here is the try scorer, Castañeda. Plays for the El Viña Old Boys and Girls Club in Viña del Mar, not far from Santiago on the Pacific coastline. Another good set of line-out drills from Chile, but they're robbed here. Good strength shown by Grace Okulu.
Kenya. Okay. Here. Here. Okay.
Another penalty.
Thank you, Precious. Outside. 10 meters, please. 10 meters.
And there's space here as well, but Chile don't go straight. They look for the spaces on the outside.
Advantage us outside.
Kenya closed that down quickly. just couldn't believe how much space was up the middle. Ogaye.
Advantage over.
Then Badia.
Release.
Can Chile double their money before the break? Ogaye. Kenya's defence is desperate, and it needs to be. They are on the ropes here from the host. Araneda has to just say, well, we'll bank our 5-point leads and get to half-time. Knocking on the door, so close. Go Chile. But a great first half. 5 points to 0. They lead Kenya. One of the stories of day one. But day two always throws up a different conundrum. Now that psychological side of the match will come into play slightly. Can Chile play with the freedom in the first half as they did in the second half, as they did in the first? A big 7 minutes for Chilean rugby coming up. Can you claim cleanly? And Otieno won't be allowed to run.
Okay. Sorry. It's a scrum. Knock on. By red. Okay? Es pequeña. Sí, el knock on es de ustedes.
So as Dean, the player on the ground, knocked the ball on. That's a tight call.
Fine. Set. Stay.
The scrum from Kenya again. Now, with space and precise passing, perhaps they can conjure something. Worked along to the wing. It's excellent defence from Beatriz Araneda.
Release.
Kenya looking to use route one again. That's what was so successful for them yesterday. Such good power in this team. And the hands are good here. Lima will look to go on the outside. Penalty coming the first time they've got a break from the referee, Lorin Otieno. Short pass to Lima with a scrum hat.
Están outside, okay?
And now it's Chile who are being pinged continuously by the referee. Good defence, however, racing up. Kenya looking for their first score, and it's Amanuni, power player from the Muamba club in Nairobi. Pick and go from Okello, and Okello reaches, and they've managed to get back on level terms. And it's Sebesh, nicknamed Authority, is Janet Okello. And this was an authoritative dive over.
Yeah, Route 1 is definitely the way for Kenya, isn't it? Being more direct, using that physicality, using their athleticism. Didn't really see that in the first half. They just didn't get enough possession, but credit to them. They've come out now second half. First decent bit of possession. They were assisted definitely by the referee there, with Chile just trying to force things at that ruck area, desperately trying to turn things over and affect the situation, get the ball back, but doing it illegally, so just allowing Kenya that extra opportunity, extra bit of time to build up some phases. But direct is the way for Kenya to go.
5 apiece. Deep kickoff from Kenya. Chile managed to go through 3 sets of hands before engaging the defence. Card coming. It's against Kenya.
Oh, that's tricky there. Intentional knock-on. You could argue that she's going in for the tackle. Her arms were very much fixated around the player, and the ball was knocked out then during the tackle, which wouldn't be a yellow card. But like we've seen before, they are so strict with hands interfering with passing channel. If anything, I would have carded her for going too high. She needed a drop.
She might have survived if it was a 15s match, but it's 7s, and it's that little bit tighter. And 2 minutes for which Kenya will be down to 6. Chile are only 10 away from their line. Here goes Baeza.
roll it away. Go.
Charging at the line, Kenya giving license to run to Chile. Castañeda there, the try scorer in that first half. Here is Olgaye.
Back.
Little drop from Colombo. Does she gather it back? She doesn't.
Yes.
And it's the 6 Lionesses who put the pressure on Chile.
Time off. Third. 3 black. Change.
Yeah, just desperately trying to get that ball out of contact. It is something. It's your second thought when you take contact in sevens. Can I keep the ball alive? Can I offload it?
Okay,
but only if you can hear some clear communication from a supporting player, so you go for it.
Time on. Okay. Crouch.
It's a fine contest at the scrum. We've had so many of them.
Set. Stay.
Chile have not been overpowered at all in that regard. But it's a good ball for Kenya.
Number 7.
Akumu. Dropped by Stella Nalima, but it might work out. Nalima has worked a wonder down the blind side. And Stella Nalima gets the go-ahead try for Kenya.
Oh, they've certainly been made to work for it, haven't they? Chile can still hold their heads up high. They're still very much in this game. 2 minutes left to play, plenty of time. They just need some possession. And key is possession in the other side of the field. But great awareness there by the Kenyan player.
Marcelo.
No dice with the conversion.
Yes. What? Yes.
Nalima with
Okay,
a
number
fine
3.
and determined piece of work here.
What time is? What? Marcelo.
Bit lucky to get away with that there. Not the best pass, but it went backwards. So she made the best of it, what she could.
They really worked hard on day one, Nalima, when she came on. In Kenya's 2 victories and in this match when her team needed something, found Nalima. Taken back, but it's Kenya who will claim possession again. 90 seconds remaining on the clock, and Chile need the ball. Nalima takes the tap and go just behind the referee's back. It's okay. Plays the pass out wide. Chile's defence is scrambling again, and they're going to be undone with a wonderful moment from Janet Okello. She was there for the first score, and she bookends this match. 15-5 now, Kenya.
They're starting to build their confidence now. They're starting to feel it. Handling still is not where it needs to be, but they are making the best of it.
Okay.
But when you see a ball being able to go to the ground like that and the attacking team can still pick it up and play, you've got to question the defensive speed.
Thank you.
We used to have a call if the ball went to ground and we were in defence, it was kill. And it pretty much means what it says. You kill the ball.
10.
You get up there and you get on it as quickly as possible. So Chile just needs a bit more urgency when they do see those flusters happening, balls going to ground, bobbling the pass. Get up in their face.
Please.
It isn't going to go 10. But Kenya have calmed themselves in this second half, and they've played some nice sevens towards the end. Chile just running out of numbers after a brilliant first 7 minutes. But it is Kenya who round out their pool stage efforts with 3 victories from 3. They were already in the quarterfinals, and they'll wait to see who their opponent will be. But they have got out of a tight spot this morning against a supercharged Chile. That is something for them to build on in the 9th place semi-final, and we'll see where they finish up here in Santiago. But that 7 minutes in the first half, Phil, could be clipped up, could be put in a box and put away as the standard set for how hosts can take on a nation who were flying on day one but were pegged back.
Yeah, absolutely.